Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. They left in the middle of a cold night in 1984, but the Colts are back, and we're underway in Baltimore. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Bo Allen on the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now he'll tuck it and run. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it's helped his legs along the way as well.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Luck now to throw. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On 1st and 10, Luck. Ebron caught left side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And all the way down to the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that lap.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
To throw on second down is Luck. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now a play fake, and it's Luck. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And on the ground they go with the running back. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On first down, Abdullah. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watching now, Barney.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Barkevius Mingo coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, In this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
After the interception, it's Love. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Luck on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Julio Jones, 82 yards. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That one 28 yards on the ground. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a first down.
Let's go, team. Watching now, Barney. Watching now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 3rd down. That's Edwards. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. And he's got it up and through. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Look up. 290. 12. 59.
On first down, Love. He's going to float this one deep right side. And got his man complete. A huge play that time for the Colts. 56 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Here's Johnson. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On second down, Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
To throw is Love. And they will finally get him to the ground as he's forced to tuck it and take the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down.
Right. 11 feet. 12.
Now Luck on third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts add on to their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chris McCain in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
3-19.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
675.
Johnson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Tackle made there by Kamale Correa. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and the Ravens have got it. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe... when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, and when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, What's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big-time third down play for the Ravens. 46 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll look to throw here on first down. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Detroit! Set! 3-19!
They're going to look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Robert Foster, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum.
This is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
3-19! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw here. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Robert Foster, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Elliott good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Back to the air. Luck on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And got his man. Complete. A big play there for Indy. And even 40 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On first down, it's Luck. Being chased out left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On second and 10, Luck. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for it.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted, but the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
Second and 10, Luck again. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Wrong.
Now Luck. Stepping up, and the Colts are in for the touchdown. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now a first down throw. Locke over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
53, 11Z.
On first and 10, Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Out of the gun, Locke. And that'll be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again, Locke. Ebron caught left side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Locke. Flush to his right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score, and now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Looking long, and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off with great anticipation, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Look, and the Colts come up now first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They begin the drive with Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Be right.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
11.
On second down, here's Locke. Steps away to his left. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Rolling. On. Check out. 280. 6 6
Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And now finally he'll be forced to go down, just protecting the football, hitting the turf. It's a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now a play fake, and it's Locke. And that is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll try to run it in. Johnson calling no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
But there's almost no doubt about the play call there on third down and long. You figure they're going to throw the football. I've got to give a little credit to the offense for taking a little bit of a chance there, running the draw, hoping to catch them off guard, but the defense was ready.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This a 33-yard attempt. And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
And they'll run it here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Rolling.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck rolling to his right. Going deep for Moncrief. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Landon Collins. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Stopped short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. his luck now on second down. Clinches with a catch over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. The result, a first down, as the quick slant gets him 14.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things they consider safe.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. The 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Block on 3rd down. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Julio Jones with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Gone!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone!
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Elliott now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. A fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. No problem for the Steelers. They have opened that lead up a bit further. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Luck. Forced out to his left. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Luck. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels...
And that's caught inside the 30. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Brian Grant, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. So a crucial 2-point conversion there, but that's just part 1 of this 2-part story that they need to happen here.
Yeah, they do need to do a few other things, don't they? They got the 2, as you noted. Now they've got to make sure they get the onside kick and hope to get into field goal range and maybe have one last miracle left.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's more than a 2-part story. It's a 3- or 4-part story. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Only 1 timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have 1 timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Colts, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.